played in Japan, but our hearts are down south of the border because we are puro in the streets, but lucha in the sheets, baby. We've been gifted something glorious by our patron saint of lucha, GACJ. And so this morning, we travel back to we watched Lucha. Lay it on him, King. What was
Today, this morning, in the Lucha Pit, we are watching, or we did watch, I should say, we are watching. We're watching some Lucha this morning, but we already finished LA Park versus Rush. Beard, tell the fans who LA Park is.
So those of you who are familiar with La Parca's work in WCW as the chairman of the board may or may not know that when he returned to his native Mexico and native promotion AAA, Antonio Pena, infamous D-bag, asserted his copyright claim over the La Parca name and had been promoting another La Parca down there. So he came back as LA Park. They wrestled for it. Yeah.
La Parkerita.
LA Parque. And
it's not butter, it's La Parca.
yeah, I can't believe it's not the La Parca.
Yeah, it's such a Mexico is so weird. It's amazing.
It's so good.
And Rush is the brother of Dragon Lee and Mystico, I want to say. He is from a long storied Lucha Libre family and was a Technico for a number of years. And then a few years ago, with La Sombra, decided to become the most hated man in CMLL and began what is one of the greatest heel factions in the world currently.
Of all time.
Los Ignobles.
De Mexico. Or
just Los Ignobles.
because in Mexico, it's just food.
So, we had no context going into this match. We knew that Rush technically isn't really a heel. They define themselves as Technico's differentiae, which is kind of an interesting concept when you think about it, because it's the fact that they're still operating as fan favorites, even though they operate under like kind of a Rudo code, which is, for those of you who don't know, the Rudos and Lucha Libre are your heels, whereas the Technicos are your faces. And LA Park has kind of been in the same mold for a long time. He does some incredibly heelish crap, but he gets huge pops and he's way over. So we didn't really know what to expect. What we got was an insane brawl. Like literally one of the most nutsoid next to like ECW, CZW style brawls you're going to see without just the gratuitous violence. All the violence was perfectly framed within the match itself. Rush beat
Cabeza Rouge.
He beat LA Park's ass for the first probably like 15 minutes this match. He drug him all around the arena. Surprisingly enough, didn't get stabbed by the fans. Which things broke down because, well, as we found out, Mexican fans, they ain't playing. They ain't playing at all.
They ain't never been playing.
And then the tide turned when LA Park threw a case of bottled beer. At right into Rush's head.
Face. And then proceeded to break one bottle and go, no, that's not the right bottle. Grabbed another bottle, broke that one, and then proceeded to right in front of the fans. Ooh.
So part two, one of the best parts about it is Rush went after the mask like really early on, and he ripped the top part off. So all you got is that crazy looking skull, lower part of the face, and it was such an incredible visual as Park is bleeding. And I know it's kind of a trope in Lucha Libre for the mask grip on the Technico, by the Rudo, and then the blood, and it kind of adds to the whole drama of it. This was really, really, really well done. I know the Beard wasn't as familiar. I've at least seen enough Lucha Libre to have seen that trope before, but you had seen it. Well, that's one of the first times you've ever seen that. Your thoughts?
At first I was like, oh, you got to throw this out. You got to throw this off.
Yeah.
You can't do that. But I thought it was amazing. I mean, look, LA Park. It's so hard not to call you La Parca.
I know.
LA
really
Park had the black makeup around the eyes too. So that plus the blood and it was beautiful. Everything about it. And the best part is I asked King, could we watch WWE Network en Espanol so I don't have to listen to the announcers? Because just being able to focus on the wrestling and hearing the kind of state of the crowd and the state of the announcers is so much more. I mean, wrestling, it's the universal language. Love's okay, but wrestling, really. I mean, you know. I got it. I loved it. I'm not the biggest let's carve somebody's head open fan.
Yeah.
But I think in the context of the match, all of the violence, all of the blood, all of the interference, all
It was
of
Dario
the
Cueto worthy.
it was it all factored into building a really awesome story. Like there was multiple times that we were like, oh.
And once Park turned the corner in the match and kind of took more control over it, it went more into like I would say it was still kind of a lucha style, but it wasn't kind of your flippy little boys lucha style.
Yeah.
It was a brawling lucha style. That spear he hit towards the end of the match was
LA Park,
amazing.
Yeah. So good. Had some ref shenanigans. Sombra came out.
Great ref shenanigans.
The ref at one point put LA Park
skinny LA Park came out. I don't know who that is. Dressed in the gold LA Park outfit.
The new La Parka.
That was awesome
La Parka too. Really phenomenal match. The ref makes a 3-count quick. Oh man!
I want to talk about that. That's the thing. Like Lucha Libre, I know we've talked about before. Is there's this weird kind of machismo thing that goes on. And I think it even happens with the officials. L.A. Park loses his goddamn mind and just drops the ref. He's got Rush in the corner. He's just unloading, and the ref grabs him like 3 or 4 times. He just turns around, punches him, and the ref goes crazy. He grabs him, then he holds him.
Nelson.
Yeah, he holds him so he can get just drilled, and then Rush kicks him in the nuts.
Yep,
rolls him up, and it's the.
And then
he takes off his mask, which is.
No. And poses on the ring post.
So then, after the ref screws him, he overturns it to give him the match back.
Which there was a mixed reaction to.
Lots of shit got thrown.
Yeah.
The fans were not having these shenanigans.
La Parka 2 comes out. La Sombra nails the ref.
So good.
And someone throws in La Parka a fresh mask. Really, like,
sweet.
Fresh.
Like fresh.
Fresh mask. And he proceeds to call them out. We don't know what. We're thinking maybe mask versus hair
at some point.
But we don't know because we don't habla español.
Yeah, Chris Jordan, let us know.
Yeah. Also, thanks for the video. If anybody else has videos, things that they would like to share with us, we are all about sharing wrestling with you and you sharing wrestling with us and us talking about it. This has been We Watched It. Rush versus LA Park.
Find it. It'll be in the clips. Watch it. Live it. Love it. Learn it.
Because it's the best thing going in Mexico today.